Have you ever been sitting around at Christmas with your family and wondered, what if Santa were a Satanist? Nope, neither have I. Until today. I've given myself 13 hours and 37 minutes to make a game about a satanic version of Santa. An absolutely elite amount of time. Now that's kind of insane. So you might be asking yourself, Natalie, why would you do this to yourself? Because I hate myself. All right, we are officially started. Let's begin by wasting time typing out what we need to do instead of actually doing things. Next, we should never do work other people have already done for us, so we're gonna swipe a bunch of models from various places. This Santa doesn't have eyes. Honestly, this might be ideal. That's like really creepy. Oh shit, this is the perfect opportunity to use a Gatling gun from an old project. I've lost 1.9% of my time. You know, when you put it that way, I'm actually really scared. I've already got through a 50th of my time doing this. Fuck me. This is a good start, but what is a game where you ride around on a sleigh and shoot people if the sleigh isn't moving? Oh my god, this looks so much better than I was ever anticipating. Holy shit, I'm in love. I'm actually in love with what I've made. Alright, now let's make sure Santa can switch to the guns so he can mow people down with them. But then something unbelievably awful happened. It's not giving me any red, but like it does over here, right? Like if I do this, yeah, it gives me red over here. I don't understand why is just this file acting so crazy? I wonder what would happen if we just clicked this innocent little button to update my code editor. I can't install it? Running dpackage. Preparing for removal of Kubuntu desktop. What? Is Visual Studio malware? Excuse me? Yeah, so to explain, there are 3 main operating systems: Windows, Mac, and Linux. And in November, to avoid the plague of issues associated with Windows 11, I installed a distribution of Linux called Kubuntu. It would seem that this version of Visual Studio Code, which is developed by Microsoft, just decided to uninstall my computer from itself. So even when I try to escape Microsoft's issues, there's no escaping Microsoft's issues. Although I did try to recover it, the damage was beyond repair. Unable to create KIO worker. Can't find protocol for trash. Okay, I'm gonna end stream and try to fix this, I guess. I spent the next 3 hours reinstalling my OS and all of the programs I needed to start streaming and game deving again. You might find this shocking to hear, but I was, in fact, mildly irritated at this point. I cannot fucking believe that this shit happened. How dare... Fucking... Oh my god, Microsoft is just malware. I didn't realize Microsoft was just malware. I thought that when people said that shit, they were memeing. I woke up at 5 a.m. to start getting ready for this challenge, started at 6, and was originally planning on going until around 8 p.m. However, since I wasn't going to hold these 3 hours of technical difficulties against my game dev time, I'm now looking at a completion time of around 11, which gives me 12 hours left, which, if math is still mathing, is 17 hours of work in one day. So, whilst completely emotionally even-keeled, I got the camera working flawlessly on my first try. But the gun needs to rotate to aim with the camera, which once again worked flawlessly on the first try. Okay, this is not... With the gun rotating, we can now have it fire in order to mercilessly gun down the lives of innocent Christmas enjoyers. Let's test it on this tree. Wow, that was super effective. Oh wait, hold on, that's not special enough for you? Okay, let me just... But now we need the actual people. So let's just swipe them real quick. This is perfect. Oh my god. And it's free. Oh my god. And I need a city for them to be in. I'm sure this won't be an egregious misuse of time. Oh, I started with 14 hours. I'm almost halfway through the project. When I look at it like that, suddenly I feel way worse about where I'm at. Oh wow, I actually feel terrible about where I'm at. Now we have a big empty city to populate and 7.5 hours remaining. There's absolutely no way that populating a city with thousands of entities will be hard for a game engine to do.
Less than 5 hours left. The time crunch is real, but don't let that get you down. We know you can make it.
Bro, why you gotta do that to me? If I play it, and then I go to my scene view, and I look at all the little rugrats, I don't see any yellow. Yellow means that they didn't set the path. Red means they did set the path. I've got a lot of red. I don't have any yellow. It is weird that they're all like trying to go in towards each other. Okay, 100%. Okay. This is... I have no idea what I'm looking at now, actually. It seems like there are situations where it's not the radius, it's not the spawn location. It's something completely different. How are you not moving? Oh, I'm looking at you. I wonder if I'm overloading the system. Oh my god, he did move. He just took a really long time to figure it out. My guess is that we're gonna get a lot more movement from people. Like if I defined a point that I absolutely 1,000,000% knew was valid, I wonder if they'll all start immediately moving towards it. Okay, so this is like the question. They all immediately set a path, for sure. All of them. 1,000 paths have been set, but they're not moving. Why? Huh? I assume this has to be a nav mesh limitation, right? Unity has an inbuilt way of handling pathfinding, but previously unbeknownst to me, it can only handle so many entities at a time. So with a cool 3.5 hours left, we're gonna have to use big dumb brain pathfinding instead. Wait, 3.5 hours left? Oh shit. Copy, paste, grid some stuff, give Timmy a collider, create a mountain of people. Sir, can you guys please, can you please, oh my god, guys, no. Do some rotational math, make sure people die when they're killed, make people run in different directions, 30 minutes left. Make people change where they run to, add a score and a timer, children are worth more points. Truly, this was one day of my life where I feel like the world just wanted to see me fail. I usually struggle with insomnia, and with the anticipation of this challenge, I was hardly able to sleep at all the night before. Then, Microsoft unironically uninstalls my desktop. I understand now why people call Microsoft malware. This shit's actually crazy. Oh my god. And finally, and most damningly, I had no idea Unity's inbuilt pathfinding system could only support so many agents, which resulted in wasting 4 hours. For the purposes of the challenge, I technically succeeded, since this is, in fact, a game. But it's an unbelievably terrible game. I had an ulterior motive for this challenge. I've been developing a game called Hati for 3 years on and off, and outside of Hati, I've never completed a single game. Hati isn't stuck in development hell or anything like that, but even so, I wanted to prove to myself that I could finish something. And while I did finish something, and while I knew my sights for this game were overly ambitious, this quality was not what I had in mind. Honestly, calling this game garbage is probably giving it a little too much credit, so we're gonna fix that. I took a fat snooze the day after the game jam, but in my second workday, I started by taking stock of where I'd left off. There's no audio, the visuals are incredibly unsatisfying, and the gameplay is directionless, buggy, and unfun, which made me feel not so bad, because I was no worse off than your average AAA game at its release these days. At this point, Santa wasn't even a Satanist, so I gave him a cute little upside down cross, some tiny little blood spatters here and there, and of course a little face paint of a completely agnostic symbol. But I'm making cosmetic changes when you still can't see where you're aiming, so I gave the gun a crosshair and some effects of its own. The camera and player movement also got a massive upgrade. I also thought it'd be cute if he could blow up his enemies with some mistletoes. Yeah? Ah? Get it? Mistletoad? 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 Finally, I threw in an upgrade system so that after you get enough points, you can kill enemies faster. But because something like an upgrade system takes a deceptively long amount of time to implement, we're already on to day 3. I have a bit of a confession. I didn't sleep between day 3 and day 4, and I don't know what work happened on what day, so consider it all to be the same thing. So far, I'd only had the shitty game over UI, so I made a main menu that worked completely flawlessly on every resolution monitor. Players can also customize Santa's starting stats to make him obscenely overpowered, or spawn in 100,000 enemies, although that will crash your computer. While we're waiting for me to get far enough for the game to crash, I'll talk about a few other additions. I spent way too long learning how Unity's animator worked to make these combo animations. I also threw in some animations for the waves. After this, I also did some boring big girl stuff like adding in controller support. Looks like the camera is now flailing around wildly because of how long the time between frames is. Oh, and we finally crash. I'm just kidding, I would never use Windows again. But we did reach less than 1 frame a minute. With my game about slaughtering innocents maniacally, certifiably more pretty and dopamine-inducing, we move into the final day of development. I got a kind internet stranger to voice Santa.
It's gonna be a red Christmas this year.
Check out his YouTube channel. Mix some explosion noises right up. Threw some more textures on. Did a little bug fixing. Did a little more bug fixing. Did a little more bug fixing. And finally added what is perhaps the single most important feature to this game. Oh shit, they're coming for me, they're coming for me. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we gotta go higher. Oh no, not another wave of Timmies. Oh my god, holy shit. No, no, stay away from me. God, please, no. You'll never take me alive, bastards. No, you'll never take me alive. Stay back. I think we've hit the maximum height that we can go to. It all ends here. All the little Timmies are coming for me. Oh no, not the Timmies. Not the Timmies. No. No. And so it ends. If you're interested, you can play Santa the Satanist at the link below for free. This game sucked to make in a bunch of different ways, but I'm glad I did it. It forced me to learn the whole arc of making a game, and as a consequence, I'm not as afraid of UI or audio anymore. That having been said, next time I make a game with a severe time limit, I'm gonna keep the scope smaller, because grinding for so many days straight to finish a game sucks. Anyway, that's all, so subscribe if you want more of this. Bye everyone, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you. Bye.